You enter through a funny old lich gate. There are big fruit trees shading one end of the house and a lovely silver-leafed tree at the other end.
Rachel,
you must be Jackie. Hello. Lovely to meet you.
Welcome to Old Thatch.
Well, I must say I'm so excited to be standing in the garden that belonged to one of Britain's best-loved children's authors, Enid Blyton herself. It's extraordinary.
Yes, Enid Blyton lived here from 1929 to 1938, and she loved the cottage, she loved the grounds, and when we moved in about 16 years ago, the gardens were derelict.
So what was here in this space we're walking through when you moved here?
When we moved in, this was all lawn with a beautiful old yew hedge, which we still have. And Enid Blyton does write about the wrens darting in and out to the nests, feeding the young and then leaving, and they still do that these days.
This is very impressive, the lavender. Masses of it. And it looks as though when you've cut it back, which you've obviously done hard, but not going into the old wood here, then you've just left all the seed heads so that it self-seeds into the gravel.
That's right, yes.
You've got babies just everywhere, so it's working a treat.
Yes.
What does it look like then in the summer?
Well, as you know, plants don't necessarily come true from seed, so we have a beautiful array of colours from the palest blue through the traditional lavender and even into the darkest blue at the other end.
Just beautiful. Of course, when you think of Enid Blyton, you think of her very famous books, and so Famous Five, of course, Noddy.
Yes.
But what else? Did she write much about this garden?
Oh, Enid Blyton wrote constantly. She published a series of books called the Old Thatch series. So lots and lots of writing about the garden.
Well, these are really a good size, these beds, aren't they? All herbaceous and mixed. I must say, Jackie, I love the way that you've left all this top growth on over the winter, because had you cut this back in the autumn, of course there'd be nothing to look at. Look at that lovely flow mist there, the shape.
Yes,
Beautiful, isn't it? And I like this, the Iris Sibirica as well. And I can see you've started cutting back a bit, so you've got the grasses has gone there. What do you think about the Echinopsis? Do you think that's still earning its keep now?
No, I think the Echinopsis has probably suffered a bit from the wind, so I think it needs a bit of TLC.
Yeah. I'm glad you say that, because I mean, there's lovely new growth coming from the base there, so what do you think? Should we chop this off?
Yes. I'll go and get the barrow.
What do you think? Should we get in and try and go for that one?
Yes, good idea.
This is very cathartic, don't you think?
It's perfect, both outside and in, just like a fairy tale house. Roses bloom everywhere. There are dozens, all hanging gracefully down.
Well, this is a really lovely length, this rose arbour. You can get lots of plants on it. And most of these ramblers, aren't they?
Yes, yes they are. We have Albertine, which is a beautiful, beautiful soft baby pink and really full flower. We also have American Pillar. It's a single flower and it's red with a pale base to the petal, and that just spreads and spreads and flowers for a long period of time. We have a stem
You've
here
got an unhappy...
that doesn't look happy at all. What do you think, Rachel?
Oh no, I see. Well, I see what you mean. For a lower stem, it's a bit feeble, isn't it?
It is.
You know what we could do? On the other side, you've got this lovely, nice young stem here, and that's pretty vigorous.
Yes.
In fact, you've got two, so we could take both of those down and tie them along this way to replace this, take this one off.
Okay,
yes?
let's do it.
Happy to do that. And the lower we can take it down, the better, because we'll encourage all the energy that normally goes into growing straight up, into breaking the buds all the way along here, so we'll get lovely flowers from each of these. Do you think we should tie another one along here? That would really hold it down.
That's a good idea.
And
Oh, very good.
I think that'll be good. Well, that was an excellent day.
It certainly was.
Mind you, I have to say, if I had a bit more time, I would just quickly clip your viburnum tinus, these lollipops. But I can see a problem on these leaves, the holes there. I'd say that's viburnum beetle.
Yes.
And that's interesting because that's, at the moment, #1 on the top of the RHS list of pests that people are asking questions about. It
Really?
sort of knocked slugs and snails right off the top, the #1 spot. So that's, I mean, it doesn't look very nice now, but once the larvae hatch, which is in sort of April, May, then that almost turns to lace. So if it were me, I'd probably spray it with an organic spray.
Right.
But also it will help when you do the trimming because you'll cut off a lot of that as well.
Yes,
and then
good.
just clear it all away. So on a brighter note, I have got something, a little going home present.
Oh, how lovely.
Enjoy it.
Thank
and
you very much.
Thank you so much.
Wonderful day.